Hello, let's do some yoga for stress release. So, with stress, we tend to hold a lot of it here, right in our chest and our shoulder area, in the back of our neck, and also in our hips. So, we're going to focus on those areas today. But to get started, we're just going to start with 10 deep breaths to start moving the breath through the body. The breath is our superpower. It's actually the number one healer in our body. So let's go ahead and get started by just coming into a seated position, or you also have the option to lie down on your back. So whichever you choose, just get comfortable. If you're seated, go ahead and lengthen through the spine and just begin to watch the breath as it goes in and out through the nose. Notice if there's a tightness on the inhale. Maybe the inhale only comes maybe to your throat. And just work with the exhale to release any of that tension. And then use your next inhale to focus on coming back to that tension. And use the exhale to soften the tension. This will allow you to begin to lengthen your breath. With every exhale, just let go of any kind of stress you're holding on to, any kind of activity you were doing before this point in your day. Imagine it just wafting away on the exhale. And now we're going to begin to deepen the breath. So go ahead and take a nice long inhale. Think about filling up the belly, filling up the chest, getting in as much air as you can. Now hold the breath at the top, allowing the breath to move through the body. And now go ahead and completely exhale. Exhale until you can't get any more air out. And then sit at the bottom of the exhale. Take a few moments here in the peace. And then inhale completely, filling up the body with as much air as possible. Hold the breath at the top. Now exhale everything out. Now sit in the peace at the bottom. And then inhale. Fill up the body. Hold the breath at the top, allowing the breath to move in the body, opening up all those airways that are clogged or have little knots in them. And now exhale everything out. Sit at the bottom of the breath where nothing is happening. And now inhale, filling everything up in the body. We're calming down the nervous system. Hold the breath at the top. And now exhale everything out. Hold the breath at the bottom. And now inhale, sipping in a little more air at the top, feeling into your gratitude for this beautiful breath, your life source. Hold the breath at the top. Thank you, breath, for every moment you've given me in this life. Now exhale out the breath. Hold the breath at the bottom. Now inhale, filling up the body, realizing you've taken over like millions of breaths, inhaling just like this, holding the breath at the top, and the breath is just working for you. You've not had to be conscious of all these breaths. It's just automatically here for you. Exhale everything out. Hold the breath at the bottom. And now inhale, filling the body up. Holding the breath at the top. And exhaling it out. Hold the breath at the bottom. 3 more rounds. Inhaling as much as you can, filling up the belly and the chest. And then holding the breath at the top, allowing that oxygen to move through the back body, opening up the back of the heart. And then exhaling it all out. Holding the breath at the bottom, sitting in the peace, having nothing to do. And now inhale completely. Hold the breath at the top. And now exhale it all out. Sit in the peace here at the bottom of the breath. And now inhale. Fill up the belly. Fill up the chest. Sip in a little more air there at the top. Hold the breath. And now exhale everything out. Sit at the bottom of the breath. Sitting here in the moment where nothing is happening. Just peace. And then inhale. Normally inhale and exhale. No controlling of the breath. Just allowing it to be. Now take a moment to notice how you feel. What's happened to you from before you started the breath to the present moment? Physically, was your body able to slow down? Maybe fidget less? Mentally, have the thoughts begun to slow down in your mind? Emotionally, have you been able to soften? Or maybe things were a little tough. How are you feeling? Notice how the breath has the ability to calm us down and bring us back to center, to the true essence of the self, where we can think a little more clearly and live with our heart, live through our heart, instead of thinking with our mind all the time. Go ahead and wiggle your toes and your fingers. Blink open your eyes. And whether you're in a seated position or lying down, go ahead and come onto all fours. Coming into table, we're going to start with a little cranium massage today. So go ahead and take your hands to the width of the mat. And we're going to bring the crown of our head down to the mat. So you're going to bend your elbows. And this is where your hands determine the amount of pressure on your head. So if you've got too much pressure, press into your hands. If you need more pressure, don't press your hands into the earth as much. And then just move your head up and down, left and right. Notice any tense spots that you have on your head. And just hang out with those muscles. giving them give them the ability to relax and soften. Just moving a little gentle motion over those tense spots, allowing them to ease. Stay with your breath. Make sure you're breathing in and out of the nose. You can stay in this spot, or you can see if there's another spot you want to move to. And then to come out of this, we're going to press our hands into the earth. We're going to bring our seat back to our heels. We're going to take a moment to just allow the blood circulation to flow down. Take a few deep breaths. And then we're going to come back into cat-cow. So go ahead and come onto all fours again. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we're going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the hips up, coming into cow. And then exhale, roll the spine up towards the sky for cat. So just follow your breath here, inhaling and exhaling. I want you to see in your mind's eye the flexibility of your spine. Watch it as it goes forwards and backwards. The more flexible our spine is, the better we're able to receive messages in our body from our brain. So moving the breath through the body in a particular way, like cat-cow, helps us to open up the channels, releasing any knots that are in the pathways that are blocking these messages. 2 more here. And then bring your spine back to neutral. Then we're going to go ahead and tuck our toes, walk your hands out in front of you, lift your hips up towards the sky, coming into downward dog. So keep your knees bent a little or a lot here. Press into the fingers, your head's between your arms. Take a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, let the head hang heavy. No tension in the neck here. Inhale, lift your hips up and back. And exhale, get heavy through the head. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale it out. Inhale. And exhale it out. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Walk your feet up to your hands. Feet are going to be hip width apart, coming into forward fold. Bend the knees a lot here. Let the crown of the head hang towards the earth. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale it out. Inhale. And exhale. Let the gravity just pull on that upper body. Inhale. And exhale it out. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale it out. Go ahead and come up 1 vertebrae at a time. Bringing yourself into mountain pose. Feet are nice and strong, pressing into the earth. Your quads are engaged. Your palms are facing out. Your chin's parallel to the earth. Take a nice deep inhale, lengthening through the spine. And on the exhale, get soft through the shoulders, nice and heavy, letting the earth support the body. Inhale. And exhale it out. Go ahead and bring your hands to heart center, moving into sun salutation. Inhale the arms out and up to the sky. Watch the hands as they come together. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back here. And exhale completely, forward fold. Inhale, reach those arms out and up, bringing the fingertips together. And exhale, hands at heart center. Go ahead and inhale the arms back up to the sky. Exhale completely, forward fold. Let that upper body hang. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Taking it nice and slow here. Really feel into these motions. Inhaling the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands at heart center. Just let your body flow. Inhaling completely. And then exhale, forward fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, reach those arms up. And exhale, hands at heart center. One more round. Inhaling the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands at heart center. All right, go ahead and take a nice deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale it out. So standing here at the top of the mat, go ahead and step your left leg back. So we're going to come into a crescent lunge. So our feet are on railroad tracks. We're pressing into the ball of the left foot, all 3 points of the right foot. We're going to put a bend in that right knee. Now go ahead and inhale those arms up to the sky. So now I want you to take an inhale. I want you to straighten that front leg. Reach the arms up as high as you can. And then exhale. Come back down into crescent lunge, bending the front right knee. Now pull up through the belly button and the side waist of the body and relax the shoulders down. Your gaze is focused on one point and you're breathing in and out through the nose. Moving the breath through the body. Now we're going to bring in some big arm circles here to open up the shoulders and relieve some tension there. So take an inhale, reach the arms up, and then exhale, circle the arms down and around. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, circle down and around. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now keep going at your own pace. And I want you to notice where the shoulder joints are, those little noises they're making. Feel the tension across the shoulders spreading. You're using the breath to release some of that pent-up energy in this area. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 3 more rounds here. Now bring your arms to your sides. Now we're going to inhale the arms back and up, and then exhale the arms down and around. Inhale back and up, exhale down and around. Just work at your own pace here. We just want to work out some of these kinks in the body. 2 more rounds. And then go ahead and bring the arms to the side, shake them out a bit. Now I want you to press off this back left foot and bring it up to the right. Now we're going to step the right foot back, coming into crescent lunge on the opposite side. Our feet are on railroad tracks. Our left knee is bent. We're pressing into all 3 points of the right foot and the ball, or all 3 points of the left foot and the ball of the right foot. Go ahead and inhale the arms up. Take a nice deep inhale, reaching those arms up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, come down a little bit lower in a crescent lunge. Feel that stretch in your hip flexor. Your gaze is focused on one point. You're nice and long through the spine. And now we're going to take an inhale, bringing those arms. Well, we're going to take an inhale. On the exhale, bring the arms down and around. Inhale the arms up. Exhale down and around. Inhale up. Exhale down and around. Keep working at your own pace. Notice if this motion is a little bit easier. Maybe there's not as many cracks going on. Mine had a lot of crackles that first round. I had a lot of tightness in there. One more round in this direction. And then you can bring your arms to your sides. Shake them out a bit. Now we're going to inhale the arms up. Exhale down and around. Inhale up. Exhale down and around. 3 more times. And on this last round, bring your arms down to your hips. Bring your hands to your hips. Press off that right leg. Bring the right foot up to the left. Go ahead and shake it out. Take a moment. And let's just move our neck to the left and the right. Notice if you have any tense spots and you just want to move it left and right. Giving it a little deeper stretch. But remember, you want to stay with your breath. If you're just stretching and not breathing, you're just creating more tension. And then go forwards and backwards. And then when you're ready, go ahead and come back to the top of the mat. Once you're at the top of the mat, we're going to step our left leg back this time. So here we are in crescent lunge, but this time we want to turn that left foot out at a 45-degree angle, coming into warrior 1 foot pattern. So we're going to go ahead and turn those hips towards the top of the mat. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Nice and strong. You are a warrior. You're breathing in and out through the nose. Your gaze is focused on one point. You're pressing into both of your feet, activating the legs, lifting up through the side waist of the body, and relaxing the shoulders down the back. As you're breathing in and out through the nose, you can remind yourself you're practicing poses like warrior and moving the breath through the body. These poses are really intense, but you're practicing them so when you get into intense situations in life, you'll be prepared. You'll know how to use your breath in intense situations to help calm the nervous system, to keep the mind clear and the heart open. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale the arms down to the sides. Go ahead and interlace your fingers behind your back. Walk those shoulders back. Take your gaze up towards the sky, opening up our heart center. As you inhale, notice the tension expanding across the chest. And as you exhale, imagine that tension releasing from the body. And inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale it out. Now this time we're going to take an inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, coming into humble warrior, which means we're going to press into both of our feet, bringing our head down towards our shin, and the arms can reach up above you wherever it feels good for you. Make sure there's no tension in the neck. Inhaling and exhaling, letting that head be heavy. Go ahead and press into that right foot, bringing the body back up to standing. Bring the hands to your hips. Pivot that left foot so the toes are facing towards the top of the mat. And then bring that left foot to the right. Go ahead and shake that left leg out if you need to. Now we're going to step the right foot back. Here we are in crescent lunge, but now we're going to turn that right foot out at a 45-degree angle. Turn those hips so they're facing towards the top of the mat. I want you to press into the outside of the right foot and all 3 points of the left foot. Really activate those legs. Now think about that belly button coming up and back towards the spine, lifting up through the sideways of the body, and then inhale those arms up into warrior one. Your gaze is focused on one point. Your shoulders are relaxing down the back, but your arms are still strong. You're focusing on that inhale and exhale through the nose. If thoughts come to your mind, keep your focus on that spot where your gaze is, and just focus inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You are in control of your mind right now. Nothing else gets to come in. You can go back to counting the breaths or saying inhale and exhale to stay here in the present moment. Now go ahead and exhale the arms down, bring them behind your back. Go ahead and interlace their fingers the opposite way as last time. And then walk those shoulders back. Open up your heart, taking your gaze up towards the sky. Breathing in and out, letting the chest release any tension. When we sit at our desk or about any task we have to do, our shoulders are slumped forward. So this gives us the opportunity to reverse any of the clogs and stuff we've created from being hunched over. Open hearts, open minds. If you notice you're grouchy or closed-minded, you might place your arms behind your back during the day sometime and just open up the chest. Notice what kind of tension's going on there. It's a good sign. Take another deep inhale and exhale. Hinge at the hips, forward fold, coming down into humble warrior. The crown of the head is facing down towards the earth. You're staying with the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go ahead and press into that left foot. Bring the body back up to standing. Release the hands. Pivot that right foot so the toes are facing towards the top of the mat. And then bring the right foot to the left. Go ahead and shake it out. All right, so with stress, we want to check in with our balance. So let's go ahead and do some tree pose today. Place your feet hip width apart. Now let's place our weight into the left foot. Bring your right foot to the ankle, the inner calf, or the inner thigh. Just a reminder, you don't want your foot on the knee. We want to protect our knee. Once you figure out where you want your foot, lift up through the core. We want a nice and strong core. This is where we hold our balance. Lifting up through the core, opening the chest, relaxing those shoulders down. Find a place to hold your gaze. Nothing matters but your eyes staying focused on this focal point. And you're breathing in and out through the nose. There's a good chance your foot is constantly adjusting, creating a new balance in the body. It's perfectly normal. And once you feel rooted down to the earth, you can inhale those arms up to the sky to bring your tree into full bloom. Keeping your eyes on the spot, breathing in and out through the nose, remaining nice and strong through that core. Lifting up, revealing your true beauty, opening yourself up to all of the amazing things you have to offer this world. And then on your next exhale, bring the hands back together, down to your heart. Now release that right leg and then shake out the left leg. Most likely there's maybe a little fire in your left shin. All right, so now when we do this opposite side, just tune in a little, noticing what side feels a little more balanced. So we're going to place the weight in the right foot this time. The left foot's going to come to the right ankle, the inner calf, or the inner thigh. Find a place to hold your gaze. Go ahead and lift up through the core, lift up through the side waist of the body. Hands can come to heart center. Imagine roots growing out through the base of your foot down into the earth. You are strong. You are supported. And once your foot feels nice and supported, imagine those roots supporting your leg up through your body. You're getting nice and strong through your tree here. And once you're ready, you can inhale those arms up to the sky, coming into full bloom. You're supported from the ground up. So now you are ready to fully bloom. Your gaze is still focused on that spot. Nothing matters but this present moment and you staying here with the breath. And then on your next exhale, you can bring the hands back down to your heart. Release that left leg and then shake it out. All right, so the next pose we're going to do is eagle pose. So if you have knee issues, go ahead and just stay right here with your knees bent, okay? So we're going to bring our feet together, or big toes together. Brush your fingertips on the mat, coming into chair pose. Now we're going to inhale our arms wide. And then on the exhale, I want you to bring that right. You know what? I just messed up, but that's okay. Okay, let's just start over. Go ahead and bring your big toes together. We're going to take an inhale. And then on the exhale, bend the knees. Brush the fingertips on the mat. Come into chair pose. Now I want you to place your weight in the left foot. Bring that right leg over the left leg if that's accessible to you. Now we're going to inhale the arms back. And on the exhale, the left arm comes under the right arm, making a big X. And then we're going to bend our elbows. If you have shoulder issues, you're going to bring your hands to your shoulders. If not, wrap your forearms up so your hands come palm to palm or back of hand to back of hand. Now lift those elbows so they're shoulder height. And focus your gaze on a place that's not moving. Now, as you inhale, I want you to notice how the shoulder blades come apart. You're creating space in the back body, in the back of the heart as well. We're going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release the arms, release the legs. Shake out that left leg. Whew. All righty. Let's go ahead and bring our big toes back together. Bend the knees, brush your fingertips on the mat, come back into chair pose. Go ahead and place your weight in the right foot, and then cross the left leg over the right leg, if that is accessible. And then inhale your arms back. And on the exhale, the right arm comes under the left. Bend the elbows. Hands come to the shoulders, or you can wrap the forearms around each other, bringing the palms together, the back of the hands. Elbows are shoulder height. Gaze is focused. And I want you to watch the breath as it moves to the back side of the body. Imagine the breath creating that space around the back, the heart, letting go of some of the intensity in the back. So take a nice deep inhale, exhale it out, and inhale, and exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale it out. Go ahead and release the arms, uncross the legs, shake it out. Whew, that one always gets me. All right, let's go ahead and come to a seated position on the mat. We are going to come onto our backs, not all the way though, more like bridge. It's more like bridge pose, but we're going to come onto our forearms. So I want you to bend your knees. So take your feet, they're on the earth, and then I want you to lift up. So you find that contraction here in your belly, okay? And then we want to have our legs at 90 degrees, and we're going to do marching, like a marching drill, okay? And as we're doing this, I want you to imagine that you're stomping out the stress in your life. All right, so let's press into our forearms. So our chest is open. We're nice and long through the spine. Bring your knees up. You got a 90-degree angle here. Your core is contracted. And now we're going to punch, 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 punch. Keep going for 10, 9, stomp out that stress, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and place the feet on the earth. We'll do 2 more sets of that. Whew. Let's go ahead and press into our forearms into the earth, lift the legs up, and go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're really activating that core. We want to wake everything up because right here in our belly, this is where our motivation is. That's where our energy is. And so when we get stressed, it usually attacks our energy and it attacks our motivation. So that's why we're stirring all this up. Okay, bend the knees, legs are out, march it out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and lie all the way down on your back. Whew. Now we're going to come into some modified pigeon. So go ahead and bring that right ankle on top of the left thigh. Bring the knee in towards your chest. Wrap your hands around the back of the thigh. And go ahead and flex both of your feet. And then on the exhale, bring that left knee in closer towards your chest. If you want a little deeper stretch, press that right elbow into the right thigh. And stay with the breath. Nice long inhales and exhales for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, inhale. And exhale it out. Go ahead and release the feet down to the earth, uncross the legs. Now take that left ankle, place it on the right thigh. Bring the right knee in towards the chest, wrap your hands around the back of the right thigh. Flex both of those feet, and then pull that right knee in towards the chest, taking the left elbow, pressing it into the left thigh if you want a deeper stretch. Long inhales and exhales again. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release the right leg down, uncross the left leg. Now go ahead and let your knees fall out to the sides. Place the soles of your feet together, just allowing a little stretch here in your inner thighs. You can rest one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. And we'll take a nice deep inhale. Open the mouth, exhale it out. And inhale. Exhale it out. And inhale. And exhale it out. Bring your hands by your hips. I'll help the knees come back together. Bring the knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a nice little squeeze. Rock left and right. And then you can set yourself up for Shavasana. We're going to do a 2-minute Shavasana to allow the practice to just seep into your body, allowing that release and rejuvenation to just take over. So take a nice deep inhale, filling up the body as much as you can. And now make some noise, sigh it out. And now allow your breath to just work the way it wants to. You don't have to think about it. Allow the body to soften and just be. Go ahead and begin to deepen the breath. As you wiggle your toes and your fingers, notice how your body feels right now compared to when you first started the practice. Is there a peace within that wasn't there when you started? And then when you're ready, you can bring your knees in towards your chest. And grab a shin with each hand. And bring your forehead up towards your knees, giving yourself a little squeeze. And then cross your ankles. Rock yourself up to a seated position. Go ahead and place your hands on your heart. And set your intention for how you want to feel during the next part of your day. How do you want to feel? Repeat it to yourself 3 times with the breath. And we'll take one final closing breath together, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Go ahead and take a nice deep inhale, fill up the belly, fill up the chest. Hold the breath in for a moment. Now open the mouth and let it go. Namaste.